Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a deadly crash killed a child over the weekend in Corbin. And officials in Pulaski County were able to recover the body of a drowning victim.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. It is 5:31 this morning, and I keep telling our producer Rory that I literally forgot my watch. It feels empty, but let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Jawbridge for a look at your forecast.
You know, when I was younger, I used to wear a watch all the time, so I ended up getting off that kind of range of motion. In the meantime, let's talk about, and that's what happens when you work on a farm. You can look up at the sun any time of the day. You do it several years in a row. You can tell the time by just looking at where the sun is in the sky. That's a conversation for another day, but if you're a farmer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 64, low clouds and fog a problem, but like we promised yesterday morning, not completely as widespread as yesterday morning, nor as dense, and that is good news, but still some issues leaving hazard into the Cumberland Valley. It is 64 outside our door right now. It's 67 at Irvin. Jonesville is 66. Ashland, good morning to you. You're at 71. Fringe effects with Debbie in terms of some high clouds trying to come over the Appalachian Trail. And yes, we're tracking this system to our north as well. That drops in with maybe a shower I-64 points north heading through the overnight period tonight. So the low clouds and the fog will burn off to another sizzling day up to 92 in hazard. Our heat index feels like value, some of us flirting with a 3-digit feel to the air this afternoon. More about your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in a few moments. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. A murder suspect is now behind bars in Floyd County. The Floyd County Sheriff's Department posted on Facebook that 41-year-old Michael Coley was arrested last night. He was taken to the Floyd County Detention Center. Police say they were called to a home Sunday on Route 680 in the McDowell community. They say a physical altercation between Coley and 53-year-old Patrick Shepard turned deadly. Shepard was pronounced dead at the scene, and police say the cause of death is under investigation. The trial of a London police officer's accused killer is set to start later today. Police say Casey Bird was drunk when he crashed into Sergeant Logan Medlock's cruiser in 2022. Medlock died. Bird faces multiple charges, including murder of a police officer, criminal mischief, and DUI. The trial is scheduled to begin this morning at 9 in Bowling Green, and it is expected to last 3 days. We now know the names of the 2 people found dead in a hospital parking lot in Corbin. 39-year-old Michael Salisbury and 35-year-old Shonda Parker, both of Knox County, were found with a single gunshot wound in each of their heads. Officers with Corbin PD say it is suspected to be a murder-suicide situation. That death investigation began after police were called out to Baptist Health Corbin late Friday night. A 10-year-old girl is dead after a crash on Interstate 75 late Sunday night. Police say 43-year-old Michael Stout of Indiana was driving a Kia Sportage and hit a moped carrying 2 people, 31-year-old Darius Wade of Lexington and the young girl.
Last night at approximately 11:18 p.m., Kentucky State Police received a phone call from the Corbin Police Department requesting assistance on a traffic accident that had occurred on I-75 northbound around the 26-mile marker. They were requesting assistance because it was serious physical injuries. Troopers arrived on scene and started their investigation.
The 2 people on the moped were flown to UK Hospital, and it was there that the 10-year-old girl was pronounced dead. Her name was not released. Police say alcohol is suspected as a contributing factor. 1 person is dead after an ATV crash in Southwest Virginia. Officers with the Virginia State Police responded to the crash, which happened in Dickinson County on Friday. It happened on Route 697. 44-year-old Kenny Collin Jr. of Abingdon was driving when his ATV went off the road and hit a tree. Collin died at the scene. A woman is dead after she was hit by a car in Powell County. State police say 87-year-old Lorena Ruth Fugit was in the roadway when she was hit by a truck yesterday. Fugit was pronounced dead by the Powell County coroner. The truck was driven by 27-year-old Christopher Spencer. A Lexington ambulance was involved in a crash on Monday morning. Police say the ambulance and another car were involved in an incident on Palomar Center Drive around 9:30. A patient was being taken to the hospital at the time. Another ambulance ended up taking the patient the rest of the way. No one was hurt as a result of the crash. Crews have recovered the body of a Pulaski County man in Lake Cumberland. 53-year-old Sonny Ursam was boating with his family when officials say he fell off a boat and into the water. The incident happened Sunday afternoon in the Woodson Bend area of the lake. Multiple crews from Pulaski and Russell County searched for him, and his body was recovered in about 100 feet of water yesterday afternoon. Sonar and robotic equipment were instrumental in making the recovery.
Technology has come a long way. They can take a towfish at a sonar and go along the bottom and take pictures. We have pictures of him on the bottom. You know, it's that plain.
Ursam's son says his father loved his family dearly and worked hard for them, and that he will be remembered as an honest man who took pride in his country, community, and his last name. A sad update to a story we have followed since 2020. A Somerset woman has died after a lengthy cancer battle. We introduced you to Raina Simpson as she was battling stage 4 colon cancer. Simpson's cancer had spread to other parts of her body, but she had the support of her church and community who organized fundraisers to help the family. In 2021, we were there as she celebrated her cancer being gone. This is what she had to say at the time.
Nothing is meaningless. Every suffering, every time you are crying, every time that you are joyful, there is a reason, and God will use it.
Raina Simpson died Saturday at the age of 37. Southern Oaks Funeral Home is handling her arrangements. The visitation will begin this Thursday and continue Friday before the funeral service at 2 p.m. Friday, all at Grace Baptist Church in Somerset. A well-known Harlan County man that we profiled earlier this year on WYMT has died. Mike Obradovich died Friday at the age of 77. His visitation is today at the Church of the Resurrection. The funeral will follow at 3. He was a former coal miner, historian, volunteer, and world traveler. He and his wife of 53 years created the Bulldog Room, which contained memorabilia from Lynch High School, which graduated its last class of seniors in 1981. The family asked in lieu of flowers that donations be made to Christ Hands in Harlan. When we return, a coach went beyond his regular duties to teach his players a valuable lesson on how to save someone's life.
It's a good lesson to learn. In the meantime, we continue to track Debbie. Any effects from this system for the Commonwealth? We'll let you know. Your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast is coming up right after this.